Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. Today we're having a look at my top 5 boxes under $35. Most of these are Australian boxes, but there's one international one, so check out that one as well. Most of these boxes I've unboxed on my channel and they've all got their own playlists, so if you want to check them out, just go to the playlist. But cool, so coming in at number 5, we've got the Blissful boxes. So this is an Australian subscription box, which is $34.95 a month, and all of these boxes get a little bit cheaper as you subscribe for longer than 1 month at a time, but I've done the 1 month at a time price. The Blissful boxes contains between 6 to 8 products, and they always feature an Australian small business in the box, which I think is awesome. They generally have a mix of skincare and makeup, generally a little bit kind of 50-50 on the skincare and makeup side. They don't generally overdo it on either one. I put this one as my number 5 because I used to unbox it and I don't get it anymore because I wasn't enjoying it. They often have like end of line or discounted products in their boxes that are like bright red lipsticks or super purple eyeshadows or something like that you don't really get a lot of use out of. 1 or 2 products that are really good, and then another couple of products that are a bit dodgy each month. So yeah, and I found they were saying they've changed it now, but they used to be a minimum of $85 of value, and I was finding that it was actually, if you tried to buy the products individually, it was only like $50 or $60, so they weren't living up to the promises that they made. Yeah, so that's why they're number 5. So coming in at number 4 is one called Beauty Box Club. It's one that I don't actually subscribe to. This is the only one on the list that I don't subscribe to. It's $35 a month, and they also have a mix of skincare, hair care, makeup, things like that. And they say that there's a mix of travel size and full size products. They say high-end products, but looking at their past lists, I've not seen any high-end products on there, so I'm not quite sure. So they also say that you would never get a repeat product in a calendar year, which is not a problem I've had with any of the other boxes that I have subscribed to, but they promise that they're not going to, so that's good. They have a list of all their past boxes on their website, so I was able to have a look at their contents even though I've never subscribed to it. And the reason that I put this one at number 4 is because it's a little bit more makeup heavy and I prefer a skincare heavy box. They seem to have a pretty good mix of skincare and makeup, but yeah, it just seems slightly more on the makeup side. Even though that's my preference to not have as much makeup and have a bit more skincare, other people really like makeup, so this might be the box for you. Coming in at number 3, we have the Bella Box. So Bella Box is another Australian box, and they ship to New Zealand as well. It doesn't specify whether the other boxes ship to New Zealand, but this one definitely does. Each month it comes with 5 different samples, but quite often we get like 1 or 2 full-size products in there as well. They're not always sample sizes, but they do promise 5 sample sizes. And most months you get to do an opt-in. So you get to choose like your product. There's a range of different products that you can choose one of, or sometimes it's a shade, so you can choose your correct shade of nail polish or lipstick or whatever they happen to be featuring that month. This box costs $22.95 a month. I put this one at number 3 because sometimes it's a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes you get really good boxes and sometimes they're a bit mediocre. So yeah, but for the $23 that you pay to subscribe, it's generally pretty good value for money, and the products are generally pretty good, but yeah, some boxes are not as good as others. So at number 2, I've put the Beautifully Well box, which is, yeah, each month it's one of my favourite boxes to get, and I've never been disappointed by it. Each month it's always great. So it's another Australian subscription box, but this time it's a mix of food and skincare. So rather than the makeup and skincare, it's food and skincare, and I love food and skincare. I love trying lots of different snacks. It costs $35 a month, and they promise at least $100 value, which is really good, like 3 times what we pay at least. Quite often it's well and truly over the $100 mark. They say that, but it's like $120, $130, $150. So yeah, it's really good value for money. It's mostly skincare. They generally have like, I don't know, about 6 to 8 products, and maybe 2 of them are food and the rest of them are skincare products. And they generally have a really good mix of like masks and body care and hair care and skincare, like all sorts of really good things, and lots of new different products to introduce you to that you don't normally see. I've put this one as my number 2 because I really align with a lot of their values. They're non-toxic, natural, planet-friendly, healthy and nutritious. To me, like planet-friendly and being non-toxic is really important to me, especially looking after our planet because we've only got one. They always ship in a recyclable mailer, which is really lovely, and the cardboard boxes are easy to recycle. Every box I've got, they seem to just have really good usable products. I've not had anything that I'm like, oh, I'm not going to use this. It's all been really good. And then our number 1 is Look Fantastic. Don't know if you guys are surprised about that one or not, but yeah, I love Look Fantastic. It's my favourite box each month. So Look Fantastic is a UK subscription box, but obviously they ship internationally because we get it here. It costs around about $30 a month depending on the exchange rate at the time, and often has well over $150 of value. I think they've promised about 100, like £90, $150 in value. And yeah, one time we got one item that was $150, like let alone everything else in the box. Like, and they always have really good high-end brands as well. A really good mix of skincare, hair care, and a little bit of makeup, not overly makeup. And the makeup that they give us is all really good usable stuff. Like we had a really nice Revolution eyeshadow palette, and we had a really lovely lipstick colour. They often have full-size products as well, and even if you do get a travel size products, they're like decent travel size, so you can actually get a really good chance to try the product. Like they generally last, like the travel sizes generally last a couple of weeks of use. I've never been disappointed by either my Beautifully Well box or my Look Fantastic box. They're both really amazing. It was hard to separate the two, but just because Look Fantastic is that little bit cheaper and that little bit higher value, I put that one at number 1. Let me know what you guys think of my list, if you agree with it, or if you would put something else at number 1. If you find unboxings and this kind of stuff to be valuable, please subscribe while you're here. It means the absolute world to me when you guys subscribe. I'll leave my latest Beautifully Well box here because that one is really lovely. You should check it out. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!